Tension as soldiers continue offensive against Urhobo communities and arrest more youth and more houses razed. The pictures I see here are gory pictures. The pictures I'm seeing here are gory pictures. The military should stop acting on basis of emotion. I think they're only human. Now they act based of emotion and not being logical. News in detail, please. Soldiers have continued the offensive against more Urhobo communities in Ourobo Kingdom, apparently in retaliation of heinous crime of the murder of 5 senior military officers and 12 soldiers by irate news at Ķ1ŁŁ1NG community, Ugele South local government area of Delta State. Daily Sun reported this is coming as several riverine communities in Ourobo Kingdom yesterday raised alarm over military siege and forceful invasions. It was gathered that several houses have been burnt in Orere, Omosomo, and Olota communities, all neighboring communities to Ķ1Ł1NG, hotbed of the attack. Local sources said the youths in the neighboring communities who have nothing to do with the crisis in Ķ1Ł1NG are assaulted and some arrested for no reason. The development is coming on the heel of the gruesome murder of 17 soldiers, including a lieutenant colonel, 2 majors, and a captain near Ķ1Ł1NG community, while on a peacekeeping mission to the Yoruba community. Miffed by the unabated military assaults and the bloody attack, the people of Orere community of Ourobo Kingdom yesterday sent a Save Our Soul message SOS to the federal and Delta governments to come to their aid over the alleged invasion of their community. Specifically, people of Orere community alleged that the military personnel tortured villagers while in search for weapons and escaping refugees from Ķ1Ł1NG communities. The community alleged that soldiers stormed the riverine village with 5 gunboats through the waterways, while 4 Hilux army vehicles came through the Iwo access last Thursday. Ajoka Morrison, a local boat operator who narrated this audio, said, "On March 21st, I was at the riverside preparing for my daily business when I saw the Nigerian army with 5 gunboats and 4 Hilux loaded with soldiers. They held and bundled me into one of the gunboats and took me to the other riverbank of the community. As they were taking me into the community, they were shooting sporadically. They messed some of us up. One of the army personnel punched my right eye." In the same vein, Orere community chairman Mr. Michael Edemeneri, who narrated his audio, said, "We woke up to hear sound of gunshot at the waterside of our community, and I saw both old and young running and scampering for safety. As the community chairman, when I came out, I saw a multitude of the Nigerian army entering the community from different directions, and I introduced myself to them, and they took me to the town hall. Before we got there, they have assembled almost everyone for interrogation. Our former chairman, Mr. Ķ1ŁŁ1NG, was injured in his head with their gun butt. They separated me from others as they started interrogating me. They asked me to take them to where we keep our guns. I told them we do not have any guns except for our local vigilantes. They were interrogating me at gunpoint, and they were also having me videoed, and they drove with the threat to end my life if I should lie to them, but I insisted that we do not have any gun or refugees in the community. One of the army told me point blank that our people have been assassinating their colleagues at the riverside and they are ready to end everybody's life." While interrogation was going on, one of the army personnel used a key to open a room store at the town hall in search of what I could not explain. They went to my compound and destroyed doors, busted many houses in Orere, but they did not find anything. They also asked me to agree that the community should be burned down because we are hiding people from them, or they would take me along with them. They took me to the entrance of the community where the shrine is situated. They destroyed and desecrated the entire place in search of guns and people. We are calling on the state and federal government to come to our aid because we're a peace-loving community. We're not harboring anyone here in Orere, neither do we have guns." As Vigilante Unit Chairman in Orere community, Mr. Odoje Sylvester said, "When I heard the gunshots, I came out from my house to inquire, only for me to see soldiers everywhere. And upon my inquiry to know what was happening, they shouted me down and ordered me to follow them to our town hall. On getting there, all the men, youth and women were made to lie down, and I saw some of the soldiers brutalizing them. And I told them that we're a peaceful community, and as vigilante we maintain peace at all times. Before I could finish speaking, slaps were just coming like a common criminal, and I had a torn lip. They seized and made away with 12 of our vigilante local guns with the description of Ugeli South vigilante on them. While calling on the government for assistance, President General of Aurora Community, Mr. Dennis Edefomarije, said, "My people called me that they were under siege by the Nigerian army, and from what I was told, the military men that came through land and water were over 200. Similarly, soldiers also reportedly invaded Omosuomo community, where they largely set 3 houses ablaze. The soldiers were said to have stormed the community in their numbers as villagers fled for safety. A former president general of a community who spoke on the condition of anonymity for fear of arrest noted that no fewer than 15 persons were injured during the military raid on Ewo community. They appealed to President Bola Tinubu and Governor Sharif Obowari to call the military men to order, adding that 2 indigents, namely Mr. Diamond Godday and Umokoro and Mr. Michael Omeyedono, were arrested. But the military personnel who craved for anonymity had told newsmen last week that the heavy presence of operatives of the Joint Task Force JTF codenamed Operation Safe Delta in the affected communities in Ugeli South and Bomadi local government of area of Delta State has been scaled down to create a conducive atmosphere for the people to return home. The number of military personnel deployed to these communities have been reduced drastically, since there is no reason for them to continue the siege. Most of the people returning home are mainly women and the elderly. Nobody is harassing them. Though our socio-economic activities are yet to pick up, with time things will improve, the source said. He said contrary to social media reports, many houses were still untouched in 2 communities, stressing that the buildings that were touched were mainly those linked with the suspected murderers. Contrary to social media reports and analysis on broadcast media, many buildings were still standing in the affected communities. The communities were not razed down as being insinuated. At the appropriate time, the military will open the places for the media to visit and access what is on ground, he added. Why go to these communities and you are... Like, the thing is, why can't these people stop acting impulsively? This is my problem with these people. You are going to harass people, to be beating people anyhow. Is this how you get information? Say they're not throwing any detective for army we go use brain get information from people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll keep saying it. I am not saying what happened was right. I know people who were slain in the Nigerian army have families, and we send our condolences with them, and we do not wish it happened to anyone. But my own is in getting your information, please, get it with diplomacy. Don't get it like thugs. Not be only Agbo with it. Not only Agbo they do this kind of gutter behavior. If they did something that is wrong, you know how to come about it. You're going about beating them, terrorizing them. Do you know the kind of... Yes, your men went through trauma. You're going through trauma. You understand? Because of course you were colleagues of these people that died. The family of the people that died, they're going through trauma. But the trauma you are causing those people is much. And the thing is, why I'm even this agitated and heated up and fired up is because most of these people are actually innocent. Neighboring communities, of course, yes, you are going to extend your search to neighboring communities, but don't do this in such a manner that people will come out and say, "Wait till they do Nigerian army." All right, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy.